Hello, everyone, and welcome to this glorious Week is Stupid for the 22 of May 2022. As usual, we're going to start with something light and funny. Apparently, someone posted this on Facebook selling this female mannequin. My daughter doesn't want it. Freaks her out. I want to get back my money. Best offer. So, as I was sitting there wondering why on earth would someone even own something like this in their own house, a business venture came into my mind. What if I give this lady $100 and she takes this mannequin and hides it out back and then tells her daughter that she managed to sell it off? And after 2 weeks, she puts the mannequin back into the daughter's room while she is asleep. And then records her reaction, puts it on TikTok, and we get a sponsorship from Raid Shadow Legends. How about that? Do I not have the capacity to propose good business ventures or not? Unfortunately, I haven't heard from the lady, but who knows? Maybe she hasn't got to read her messages yet. Or maybe I didn't offer enough money, and she has decided to cut me off. Why do I need $100 from this Romanian? I can upload it to TikTok myself. That would be a horror story, wouldn't it? Like, you come up with a good business idea and the person just takes your idea and doesn't give you money. Horrifying. Just like the next story that I have for you. A teacher was told to leave house immediately after finding chilling doll with murder note. I mean, look, if I find this at a store, I wouldn't call it exactly chilling, but the way he did find it was interesting. So he moved into a new house in Walton, Liverpool, and where the previous family left the fridge, there was a wire coming out from the wall. So after breaking the wall, he found this little doll with a bizarre note attached. And the note wrote, "Dear reader, thank you for freeing me. My name is Emily. My original owners lived in this house in 1961. I didn't like them, so they had to go. All they did was sing and be merry. It was sickening. Stabbing was my choice of death for them, so I hope you have knives. Hope you sleep well." I also like the emoji, the XX and the tongue coming out. Like, that's fucking adorable. Now, he didn't move despite the fact that his friends encouraged him to. And I kind of understand that, like moving, especially now, is quite difficult with the housing bubble and all. But imagine sleeping at night. Like, you know it's an elaborate trick. But like that there's just like that corner in your brain where it's like, but what if it's not? But what if it's not? Man, I don't know why I have all these horror stories bunched up this week, but there's another one. This one is actually terrifying, okay? Like, if you have a liberal arts student, this is how you can literally make him shake. Because this is modern day horror. Father's Day happened last week. Did you know that? Like, Father's Day. And a corporation decided to do this, and it was posted by Adwoke, which gathers very progressive and forward-thinking political commercials from various companies. And amongst others, they also managed to get this. Prefer not to hear about Father's Day. We know it can be a difficult time for many people. I mean, oh my God, can you imagine? Father's Day? I'm telling you, they're literally shaking like a man in someone's life. Terrifying. Holy shit. But for many reasons, like, they do not elaborate, but you should know, okay? The patriarchy. It's the magical cock and balls in the sky that's keeping your mother oppressed. And your sister too. The cock and ball. The patriarchy. And that's some of the reasons, right? But if you'd like not to see our Father Day email this year, just click below and opt out by May the 15th. Okay, so it's a deadline. But you'll still hear about everything else, just not this dreaded, dangerous, harmful day. Father's Day. Oh, why did that man put the cock in your mother's vagina and created you. Why must you be reminded the horror? So, you know what would also be funny? This would be funny as a horror story for the establishment. Like, imagine if they accidentally make a mistake next year and they would release something like that, prefer not to hear about Mother's Day. I mean, then the management would literally be quaking. Because then the Guardian and the BBC would actually realize that there is some money to be made from the outrage. Like, they can monetize the hysteria and write disgruntled articles. Like, a misogynistic corporation decided to write this vile, filthy email on Mother's Day. Like, who on their right mind would write something like that? They'll be like, click the clack. And then the ads would pop up, like Coca-Cola, Nike, like all the ads would be on The Guardian, and they would make money, like, cha-ching, yes, be outraged, little humans. Be outraged while we journalists monetize your outrage. Now that would be a funny I would make a movie out of that. Like, holy shit, that would sell. Oh man, horrifying week. Very horrifying. Do you want to see an actual real life horror event? It involves America Best and Brightest. Look here, you bigot. Peter Boghossian. Confrontation at Portland. Holy shit, Portland. The mecca of progressivism. Every progressive idea that we are dealing with right now comes from Portland. This is where America's best and brightest minds are at work, where the experts are created, where the fact checkers are born, where the Democrats have their strongest supporters and advocates. Portland. Biggest tourist attraction for every progressive person around the world. So let's see the horror movie from within Portland itself.
For you to move, not all the way over there, just one line.
I guess if they told me how many genders specifically there were, I can't think of anything that would change my opinion, I guess. But you got some friends.
Oh, you're giving me the finger? Hi. I'm standing in front of the social work building. I'm harming individuals by asking that question. Well, you want to come down and have a conversation about it? Why do you want to come down and have a conversation? Oh. Okay, so what would it take for you?
I think asking questions right now, it's a far left dog whistle. Because when you ask questions, the dogs arrive. They bark. They go, hum, 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 hum. Hum, 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 hum. You're humming, hum, hum, hum. Who am I harming? Individuals. Can you name some? Shut the fuck up. We're going to come down there and disrupt you after class. Hum, 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 hum. By the way, I love how they don't call the cops. You know? I mean, Portland doesn't have cops. You know, everyone is so progressive and forward-thinking. They just don't commit crimes in Portland. The concept that crimes are committed in Portland is a far-right misinformation campaign. You know, all jokes aside, these are America's finest and brightest. This is the academia. Oh, the academia. You know, when someone comes up and they go like, look, a paper. I have a study that fact checks reality. Yes, men can get pregnant, you fucking bigot. Do you know who says that? The experts. Do you know where the experts come from? The academia. Oh, beautiful. I love it. With the people that are there to disrupt you from asking questions because you're humming. Hum, 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 hum. But, man, I wish I had some progressive left-wing students in my life to prevent me from harming, because I gotta say, I did something bad, and actually you guys did something bad as well. Remember that I asked you to help a young and upstarting content creator a couple of days ago by the name of Chika Fujilisa? You guys actually managed to help her, right? Susan looked at her channel and said, nah, that shit gets demonetized. But because you guys have raised awareness, have signal boosted, she managed to get her monetization channel back. And after that, she was subjected to a stream with Pipkin Pippa. And I gotta say, had we allowed Susan's judgment to remain, she wouldn't have had to go through of any of that. Because, my god, it was absolutely brutal. For you see, Lisa is genuinely naive and innocent. She doesn't know much about the internet. She doesn't do any flirty stuff. She doesn't do any lewd on her channel. She just plays video games and sings music. Pippa, on the other hand, decided to share some esoteric internet knowledge to Lisa. And yeah, I think that might have caused a little bit of harm. And I'll probably lose some viewers right now for showing you guys this. But I feel responsible, and this is my penance.
He's like a Chad dragon.
Yeah, Chad.
Oh, he's not a bad dragon.
No, why would he be bad?
I don't know. Well, Sebastian Cervez thank you for the 130. If your dragon is real, why do I not see it in the Bad Dragon catalog? Because he's not bad.
What is... What?
In the Bad Dragon catalog?
What is Bad Dragon catalog?
Look it up. It's unironically, it's like a list of like every dragon that has ever appeared in media as like a villain.
Okay, hold on one sec.
What the fuck is this? You know, why do you know this? Why do you know this?
Pippa, this is so fucking bad!
You're right, it's Bad Dragon.
You're such a fucking asshole! That's so nasty! Ew, you're fucking disgusting! Oh my god, you're so...
Pippa, that's literally so fucking nasty! What the hell?
What? Why do I look like that? Oh my god. You're so fucking gross. You're so fucking gross. You're so gross. I'm blaming it on you. I'm blaming it on you.
It wasn't me.
You're the fucking worst.
It wasn't me! But you're the one who said it! But no, I listen, Lisa, I genuinely thought it was like a catalog. I was just bullshitting.
Pinky swear!
No, I can't. I'm lying.
Pinky swear! You're a fibber! You're a fibber!
I'm sorry!
You're so fucked up. You're so fucked up.
It was for the meme, Lisa. It was for the meme.
I'm gonna fight you.
Oh, okay. Fight me on Minecraft.
I'll fight you another time.
Okay.
I'm suddenly out of energy for today. I can't fight right now. Especially not in Minecraft.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Coward.
Okay, bitch. Again, I'm getting on fucking Minecraft right now.
Oh, okay. Okay, let's do
I'm
it.
getting on Minecraft right now.
Alrighty.
Catch these fucking hands. I'm getting on right now.
Alright.
This is what you get for showing me the bad dragons. This is so fucking disgusting.
Did you say they have like all kinds of stuff on there?
I don't want to look. I'm you know what?
Have you
I
never
would prefer
considered
not to.
Have you never considered a horse penis as a masturbatory aid?
When I interviewed Lisa after the stream, she said that she wasn't playing it up for the camera. She was legitimately disgusted, and I quote, she didn't want to talk about it. So if you guys want to subscribe to her channel, there's going to be a link into the pinned comment. Man, I wish I would advertise my own stuff as much as I advertise others nowadays. But no, legitimately, it's good content, very wholesome, which is why I think you guys would like it. And, apologize for veering off into different topics this week, but it's been a hard week for me, okay? And I looked at the news and I said, man, I need something wholesome a little bit. I need something to cheer people up, because there's been a lot of bad stuff this week, and we're going to go into politics now. We're going to see some of the stuff which happened. For example, did you know that Chika Fujilisa could have been saved? If only Biden's fact checker would have remained in office, she would have put a disclaimer on Pippa and would be like, bad dragon doesn't show the whole dragon. Missing context. But unfortunately, the Babylon Bee was right, and the Biden disinformation czar tried to fact check itself, saying that the criticism against the Biden's misinformation czar is misinformation, but it didn't work. It wasn't very effective, so turns out she lost her job. And she went on television to express how upset she is over the fact that her entire career was ruined by the misinformation which apparently she was supposed to protect us from.
And unfortunately and ironically, we were undone exactly by a disinformation campaign coming from folks who apparently want to put our national security behind their own personal political ambition.
Well, she may not be the disinformation czar, but you can still read her book on how to be a woman online. You need to take this book to your mother, and you can say, Mother, get off the smartphone right now. You're womaning wrong. Look, the experts are informing you on how to be a woman online. Just pay the money for their book so they can teach you the knowledge of your ancestor. The Bene Gesserits did not teach you this shit. Like, online, men are more powerful than you. Even though you have the same keyboard, men, they buy gaming rigs. You understand this? They have the power of the PC computer. And when they type, the information goes faster than you, mother. So you need to read this book. It will give you the knowledge. The only way you can be powerful online is if we censor, if we bring the fascismus, the communismus, the marxismus online to ban, to suppress, to make sure that those pesky men do not rise up to their keyboard. And Gamergate 2.0, I'm not kidding. Then I was actually tweeting about that shit. Yeah, no, like serious world events. Every bad thing that happened in America recently against the Democrats, Gamergate did it. That pesky sex scandal in the video gaming industry is destroying the world. It is destroying our society. You know, Star Trek actually did make a reference recently about January the 6th, and apparently, according to Star Trek, this is official lore, okay? Like, this is canon. I'm not making this up. I gotta, like, explain to people every time I talk about these things that this is not something that I make up, alright? So, within Star Trek, they say that the eugenics war and World War III started because of January the 6th. And according to Biden's misinformation czar, that is because of Gamergate. Do you understand what edgelords on the internet did? Do you understand the power that they have? Like multi-billion-dollar corporations, politicians, the academia, all knelt by edgy people on the internet. They were so powerless, so incompetent, so incapable of preventing the sex scandal from unfolding. Just, god damn it. Man, like, who believes this? Who believes this?
That is especially true when it comes to the climate crisis, which is why we will work together and continue to work together to address these issues, to tackle these challenges, and to work together as we continue to work operating from the new norms, rules, and agreements that we will convene to work together on to galvanize global action. With that, I thank you all. This is a matter of urgent priority for all of us, and I know we will work on this together.
How can you talk so much while saying so little? I mean, literally all she said is like, yeah, we're going to work together to fix this shit. But it lasted for a minute. How can you talk so much while saying so little? Look, I will show you how you can convey information without even talking. Like, look, this is the green movement. A picture, no words. It's a paper straw that California forces fast food joints to have, right? Because, like, paper is good, now we can chop down trees. It used to be not okay to chop down trees. Now it is, okay? So, it's a paper straw which doesn't have plastics. Plastics is bad, by the way, right? Like, plastics, they go into the water. Plastic, bad. So we use paper straw that is wrapped by plastic. During a time of a pandemic where people were forced to wear masks that had microplastics. Does this make sense? Well, if it doesn't, then you're not progressive enough. You need to go to the academia in order to educate yourself, you fucking bigot. Because this is progress, okay? We're working together. Do you feel working together?
It was fantastic. The press actually rode on an electric school bus, just so you know. It was fantastic. The press actually rode on an electric school bus, just so you know. So I think they got the real inside feeling for what this means, right? And so what we all experienced is on an electric school bus, on an electric bus, no exhaust, no diesel smell. It was fantastic. It was fantastic.
She's literally becoming the meme. This is literally the freaking meme. Man, I wish more people would have electric cars like this so that I can bypasses the conditioning so that people at least understand what's going on. Like, look, first you build the infrastructure, okay? Like first you make sure that the electrical grid can even handle the shit. And then, like, why are these people like children? Oh, I'm sorry, they're the adults back in charge. Look, if, for example, you would want to have your house energy independent, like let's say you want to have your own windmill, you want to have your own solar panels, right? Like first you build them, like first they exist in reality, first you manifest them in the real world, then you unplug your current shit. You don't unplug your current shit and then freeze to death in the middle of the winter. God, the adults are back in charge. I wonder, like, what happens when the children are back in charge. And by the way, like, considering just how much this is going to cause taxes to go up, like how much freedoms are going to restrict it to make this ambitious. Like, whenever the government says ambitious, you should be afraid. That's the theme of today's Week is Stupid anyway. It's fear, right? When the government says ambitious, it means we're going to rob the people blind. It already has its hand in your wallet, like waiting for you to go to work so it can tax you more. And because of that, like, most people understand that, like, why is my cost of living going up? Why is my life deteriorating rather than improving? And in order for the government to explain to you why, they will respond with more censorship. Like, less ability to communicate with other people so you can find out that other people share your thoughts. Less ability to express yourself so that you don't bring your problems to the new generation so that they can still vote correctly. So I do expect, like, a lot more censorship regarding this subject to materialize in the months to come, because they seem to be very invested on it, and it's built like a house of cards. Because all of the things that they're proposing don't make sense. Like, again, the picture with the plastic straw. And not to mention, like, when is the last time you went on a school bus and it smelled of gasoline anyway? Like, the people are so incompetent when they are promoting this shit. Like, you could have said so many other things. You could have said, well, you know, like, we're not polluting, it was green, it didn't have any emission. And what do you mean it's like, oh, wait, we were on the bus and it didn't smell of gasoline? Like, motherfucker, if I'm on a bus and it smells of gasoline, I'm getting the fuck out of there. Like, there's probably something bad going on, you know, like, that bus needs fixing. Oh, and by the way, of course, I'm curious, like, if she has an electric car, like, if she had bought one yet or no. Like, she's the vice president, right? Like, she gets free shit. Free shit as in you're paying for it, so probably not. Like, she's probably having a diesel car with an entourage, you know, the Secret Service. She's probably having a private jet while lecturing you about tightening the belt. Like you need to be a little bit more financial aware and pay your taxes, support higher taxes, and support the people in power telling you what you can and can't think about. See, this is why I got upset. This is why I needed VTubers this Week is Stupid, because, like, all of this is upsetting me. Like, I don't understand how when prices keep going up and up and up, it's still not enough. Like, they want the prices to go even higher, even more. Like, let's see, what is the limit? Like, just how much do I need to pay for lettuce, which is $10 now, by the way? How much do I need to pay for lettuce until the people in power are satisfied. And they're like, you know what, like, we're going to stop at $60. I think that's enough. Like, if you're going to pay $65 for lettuce, we might be uncomfortable with that. So like, $60 is good enough for us. And it's not about me, you know, because I'm doing fine. But I do have family members who are struggling, people who are retired, and I don't see the times becoming better. I just see them getting worse. And I wonder, like, if people have a right to get upset over this without being censored. Oh, God. Not to mention, like, what do you think will happen? Like, if people are legitimately concerned and they keep being censored over and over. I mean, look. There is a small glimmer of hope. And that is that Elon Musk purchasing Twitter is going to allow people to air some grievances. And I know what the news is going to be like this week. I know I'm going to cover in the next Week is Stupid, because 10 hours ago, Elon Musk had the audacity to post, in the past I voted Democrat because they were mostly the kindest party. But they have become the party of division and hate. So I can no longer support them and will vote Republican. Now watch their dirty tricks campaign against me unfold. And literally 24 hours later, SpaceX paid $250,000 to fight an attendant who accuses Elon Musk of sexual harassment. Elon Musk accused of exposing himself to private flight attendant. The misconduct CEO. $250,000 grand. How long has this man been in the public spotlight? Years, right? Decades? Probably more, right? Probably eternal. Nothing like this ever got. Man, why did he choose to buy Twitter? That's the question. And why is he talking against the only political party that should always be in office? Like, you can't suggest, if you're a public person, that you're not going to vote Democrat. Like, what are you doing? That is your party. Like, you're in a box. If you're an actor, if you're a businessman, if you're a CEO, you need to say you're going to vote for Democrat and only support the Democrat because they are and always will be and always have been the kindest party. Republicans are evil. Only bad people vote with them, right? Don't vote Republican if you're listening to this show. We're a kind channel here. We're very progressive, very enlightened. Go to the academia. They'll teach you how to vote. Anyway, right. I got a little bit carried away this week. I gotta say, you know, wasn't into my headspace, as the kids like to say. But if it upset you, again, there's a link to Chika Fujilisa's channel in the comment section. Would mean a lot to her if you subscribe because she's still growing. And she puts out very wholesome content that cheers people up. And I think we need more of this. We need to be cheered up. And I'll be doing a live stream talking about, for example, how a lady from Texas is running for government. And her political campaign has her sitting naked on an oil rig with a gun in her hand. You know, so we can talk about that on my live stream. You should be redirected if you're watching this in the premiere. And hopefully, I'll be seeing you all there. Take care.